Hi, it's Stephanie Everett from the Suburban Chateau, and today is day 14 of our countdown to Christmas. Today I'm so excited to share with you the decoration of our third tree in the family, and that is our gold tree. And I'm super excited to share this with you. I just recently gotten some beautiful velvet vintage ornaments, and of course I got them while thrifting last Christmas season, and they look so beautiful on my gold tree. So I can't wait to share with you how that all turned out, and maybe you can get some ideas that you can use when you're decorating this year as well. This will give you kind of an idea of what I'm looking at with the black tree and the gold tree, and this is before doing any kind of decorating. This is Sunday night, the weekend of Thanksgiving, and now it's time to talk trees. I always decorate my trees the day after the Thanksgiving holiday is over. In our school, we have off tomorrow, and I have to go digging in a big closet to get everything out, and it's just easier to do that when no one's home. Now, I started to work on the gold tree and the black tree simultaneously, and I found out that I'm going to go a completely different direction with these two trees. At first, I was going to try to do opposite colors to make them go together, but I found some ornaments that inspired me, and a lot of times that happens, and I'm going to go in that direction. So our jump off point for the gold tree, I found this bag at a yard sale about 2 years ago of velvet vintage ornaments, and I just love them. They have gold accents, they're burgundy velvet, which is all over my house, and they have these beautiful cameos. So I have one here we can look up a little bit more closely, and I found this whole bag of them, and I don't need a whole bag of them to get this tree going. I'll put maybe this one more over here on this side to balance things out, but I think it's going pretty well. And it's a good jump off point. So I think I'm going to go very traditional on the gold tree. So this is different than the direction I thought I was heading. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do for a tree skirt. Maybe just make something with some fabric since it's a small tree. The gold tree this year is going to be a little bit different than the whimsical tree. The whimsical tree being the black tree. The gold tree is going to be the memory tree. And I started out with the gorgeous velvet burgundy ornaments, and I've added in, I'll sort of zoom in on one of the newer ones that we've added in. And this is a beautiful bulb. I have no idea who makes this bulb. I bought it years ago. I purchased this bulb years and years ago. When my grandmother was still living, every Christmas she would give us $20 to spend, and she would always say, spend it on yourself. And I remember when I was just first married, I wanted to get some ornaments for our first tree that would represent our love and our wedding, and this ornament totally matches my wedding china, which is the Royal Albert Old Country Roses, but this certainly goes with it completely. And so this is why this is the memory tree for me this year. I'm going to use my grandma ornaments that I've had for all of these years. I think the velvet vintage ornaments go so beautifully with the china ornaments as well. So the next thing I think I'll be adding to this tree is always my favorite, and that's the silk florals. So I have some beautiful velvet red roses I'm going to add to the memory tree. I thought I'd show you the beautiful tree skirt that I'm going to be using. It's a vintage April Cornell ribbon art piece that I picked out at the April Cornell outlet over 20 years ago. We used to have an April Cornell outlet in Hagerstown, Maryland. I'm very excited to share with you our finished gold tree. I've added the velvet rose silk flowers, and at the very top of the tree, I added a little nosegay of silk flowers, and I thought that was just sort of really, really appropriate. This is the memory tree that includes those beautiful ornaments I bought with my grandmother's Christmas money that one year when we first were married over 27 years ago. And it just holds a lot of memory for me, and I just love the velvet vintage ornaments. I may add a few lace bows to this tree just to give it maybe that one little notch of Victorian feel. But overall, I'm really, really pleased with it. I love the vintage April Cornell tree skirt. I just can't believe I have that from all those years ago going to the April Cornell outlets. And I'm so pleased with how both the gold and the black tree turned out. And I will share with you the entire vignette with both trees here before we finish up today's vlog. Here's our final vignette of the whimsy tree and the gold tree, the tree of memory. And my dad helped me build the shelves that you see in this room and the window seat here. And I always envisioned it as a place to curl up and read a book. And so I've sort of added a few pillows to invite a reader. We have a velvet valance that's atop a beautiful pink shade behind. And I think it just ties both of the trees together. The roses, the flowers, the beautiful vintage velvet Victorian ornaments on both trees. They both have a little different meaning, but they're both equally beautiful. Thanks again for joining me here at the Suburban Chateau. And I hope you use some of the ideas that I used on decorating the gold tree when you're making your holiday preparations this year.